1 2 3
என்னடா என்ற
திருப்பி கொடுக்கணும் இல்ல?
Hi guys, so Crystal Palace 3, Arsenal 0. Back from the international break. Guess lots been happening between our last Premier League game and this, and we were all a bit on a high before the international break. I guess we all saw our respective countries. Some of us might have been disappointed, like us here in Australia. Some disappointing performances, and then current manager for Australia, Socceroos, is Graham Arnold, and then we see conversely in the Scottish Premier League with Celtic and their manager Ange, who was an ex-coach of the Socceroos, win the Old Firm derby and looking good for Celtic to take that title. But yeah, and then without digressing too much, we're back in this the Premier League where we've seen sort of Man U falter. Spurs had a good win against Newcastle, and given that I suppose Newcastle are relegation side, but in any case, you could proper thrashing is meant to be against a weaker team in terms of the scoreline. So, which I've kind of been, if you've seen my previous videos, that I did make comment that we haven't had that sort of win against any weaker sides. We seem to make chances, but we don't have any goals. And it's the same story here. This game, I guess, it's a bit of a massacre. And I can't, there's nothing to take away from Crystal Palace. They were good. I think a few of their players, Stefan, I can't remember, I might be wrong, but I think one of them, he hasn't scored for a long while, so he got the second goal, I believe. And, obviously, there's Wilfried Zaha, sort of the rock in their team that's been there for a while, but he always performs. And last years we've always been keen on him, but I guess he'll end up becoming a Crystal Palace legend, if not already. But yeah, this is definitely a very big exposure we can see in our defence. Without our main back four, they're working together. So I think Tierney was out, Tomiyasu was out. I know Pepe is injured, but Arteta doesn't play him anyway, so it's sort of a non-event there. But had he played, if he was well enough, it might have helped us, I guess. But you can see that with Cedric, Tavares, and sort of and Lokonga here, sort of like the gaps that they have, and then I think it flowed onto our midfield. So Odegaard didn't have a good game, and Partey didn't have a good game. Might be, there's a lot of circles saying there's fatigue from the international break playing for their countries, but then for us, I think we can't say fatigue because we only have the Premier League, whereas other teams are, I don't want to mention too much on all the top sides, but Liverpool, both of their stars played in the AFCON qualifiers, came back, and they got a big game against Man City, and then plus they're all in the Champions League as well and FA Cups, and so if we're going for top four, we're getting excited about getting into top four. Got to sort of realize that we need the depth, and we're in the Champions League, but then are we going to get thrashed by the Bayern Munich's, the Real Madrid's, Juventus, Barcelona? So I think we not saying that we should aim for the top four or Champions League, but yeah, we would be in for real shock if with this current squad, especially. And it's not to say that I can see in the first half, the first two goals definitely there were just massive gaps, and Hal's just picked us quite easily. Second half wasn't too bad, I guess. Too bad in the sense we were mainly in a half, we mainly had chances, but obviously, and the same story as previous, we don't seem to put it back up in the net. I think Smith Rowe had a close chance, but it's something that, under some reason, we don't have that striker that has it naturally that we used to have in the past. I mean, yeah, Ian Wrights, Thierry Henry's, even Patrick Vieira, the house manager, he would be able to score a few goals if he was to play. But I mean, again, this is, I guess, a testament to Patrick, how he's managed Crystal Palace. I guess the Crystal Palace season they've been inconsistent, so it's not exactly a top side, but then when they had nothing to really play for, I mean, we had more to play for than they did. Where they just needed some respectability. Really, they just played for the fans without any pressure. We needed this win because Tottenham beat Newcastle before, so we needed this win to be in that race. I mean, we're still in the race, but it's going to get a lot tougher. And interestingly enough, the top four is between us and Tottenham, and might be decided with the North London derby. They've got an easier run than we do. And I guess another comment on Mikel Arteta's style, I guess, compared to Vieira's. I mean, we were in the first half, I guess, especially, we were a lot negative and didn't really push the ball forward or press or anything. We were a bit defensive or scared tactics. I think maybe with the injuries and the lack of the squad depth, I would have scared Arteta, I guess. Not really go out aggressively, get it, which seems to work for him. Things go well. And I think, that would cost us. But our chances of top four, it's, for me, it's looking really hard. And even if we do get top four, I mean, given our track record with the January transfer window, signing and the signings and the way the Crockies spend, it's not looking too good that we'll get the squad that we need to be ready for European football or Champions League, unfortunately. But hopefully I'm proved wrong. Obviously I'd love it if Arteta could shut my mouth and prove me wrong, but he's not doing a good job of that today.